Pike and the Cat. Once upon a time, there was a proud young pike. One day, it so happened that the foolish pike decided to leave his home in the water and live like the cat. He was either jealous of the cat's easy, comfortable life, or perhaps he was fed up of eating fish dinner every day. He called the cat one day and said, "Take me along when you go to hunt mice in the warehouse." The cat was shocked. She asked, "My friend, why on the earth do you want to catch mice? You know nothing about it. You will make a mess of it. One should do what one is best at. You cannot be a jack of all trades." But the pike was steadfast in his decision and wanted to go. He replied, "Don't worry about me." The pike's bad luck. The pike thought that catching mice was no big deal for the one who was used to catching minnows. "Oh, very well, we shall see. Come along," said the cat. Now both the cat and the pike went to the warehouse to catch the mice. They lay and waited for the mice. They sat in front of different mouse holes. The cat's luck was good. She enjoyed a great mouse dinner. Then she went to see what pike her friend had got. The cat was shocked. The poor pike lay flat on the wareroom floor. He was weakly gasping for breath. His tail was half nibbled away by the mice. The cat felt pity for him. She thought that the pike undertook a task that was beyond his strength. So she dragged the half-dead pike to the pond and flung him into the water. The riddle. Once, a peasant was sowing seeds in a field. The king came riding along and asked the peasant, "How much do you own from this field?" The peasant replied, "Some 80 rubles if the harvest is good." The king then asked him what he did with the money. The peasant said, "I give 20 rubles in taxes, 20 to repay a debt, 20 as a loan, and throw 20 out of the window." The king asked him to explain. "Supporting my father is repaying a debt, sustaining my son is giving a loan, and keeping my daughter is throwing money out of the window." "Well said," exclaimed the king, and he gave the peasant a handful of silver. He ordered the peasant not to tell about this conversation to anyone without his approval. On reaching his palace, the king called together his generals. "Solve this riddle," he said. "I saw a peasant. I asked him how much he earns and how he spends it. The men replied that he got 80 rubles. The king's approval. The king continued. He gave 20 in taxes, 20 to repay a debt, 20 as a loan, and threw 20 out of the window. Whoever solves the riddle will be richly rewarded." The generals could not find the answer. Then one of the generals went to the peasant, offered him money, and asked him how to solve the king's riddle. The peasant was tempted by the money and told the general everything. The general returned to the king and gave the answer to his riddle. The king was angry that the peasant had not kept his word and ordered him to be brought. He came before the king and confessed that it was he who had told the general the answer. The king ordered him to be executed. "But I have committed no offense," the peasant said. Saying so, the peasant took out a silver ruble with the king's head upon it from his pocket. He showed it to the king. "That is indeed my approval," said the king, and he rewarded the peasant.
Thanks for watching. Do like, share, subscribe to Sahil Book House.